Hello everybody, this is Bernadette. I'm very proud today because I'm talking to you from Cannes in the south of France. And it's a great day, and the last days I've been on Cannes Yacht Festival. Now, this podcast is named On the Road. As I told you in previous podcasts, that I would love to take you all on the road with us because we are visiting some great events and also people wherever they are in the world who might be very interesting for luxury business owners, entrepreneurs, people who love working in luxury industry. So the last days I was on Cannes Yacht Festival. Now, if you are having a yachting festival, a boat show in the south of France, in Cannes, you cannot go wrong. I don't know if you've ever been there, but Cannes is a place, it feels like a movie. I know it's connecting to movies, but it also feels like a movie. The architecture is beautiful. There's a lot of luxury shops, restaurants, the palm trees, the Mediterranean Sea, the blue sky. I don't have to tell you what kind of picture this is. And there I was. I could visit them. And one of the reasons I was there is also because we are going to have a Luxury Week Cannes next year. And as you know, with the Luxury Weeks we are organizing all over the world, is that we work together with a show or a trade show. For example, we also work with Thailand International Boat Show, but also with International Property Show in Dubai. So this was our next step. And I had to visit the marketing department, the management, and talking about this luxury week. So I was very happy to be there. Now, the show itself, I cannot even describe this. The good thing about it is that to be back on the events altogether is a party, because events had a very hard time lately, last years, because of Corona, of course. And last week, for example, I got the sad news, really sad, and I really felt bad about it. But I had the sad news that Design Shanghai, which is one of my favorite shows in China, had to cancel because of still Corona. Now, having Corona and dealing with in China or in Europe might be different, but nevertheless, it's so sad for everybody. People work hard for the shows, the exhibitors are looking forward to be back in the events, and it didn't happen. So, to be on Cannes Yacht Festival, I was delighted. I was in line where there were so many people in front of me, and the sun was shining, 30 degrees, just 9 in the morning. But everybody was happy. It was such a great attitude. It was such a great vibe. And the yachting festival itself was so very well organized. The line was big, but you have to go to security, of course. So that made it you have to be very patient to get in. But when you're in, you are up for a treat. Now, the boat show itself, there were big boats. Everybody was going to boat show, they bigger. And also here. But I was actually a little bit curious if there is something in the boat show, in the whole climate change, ecosystem, sustainability. I think I'm very curious what they do for that topic. And so I find out there was a green route. And the green route, it's created to highlight eco-high performance solutions from exhibitors, and is developed to reduce the nautical industry environmental impact on the sea and marine ecosystem, and as such create awareness among visitors. I just read it from the catalog because it's a whole mouthful. But I was actually happy that they took responsibility, and that all the exhibitors who are undertaking the green innovation they have a special map in their catalog for all these brands who are good enough to have innovated their boat products. And it could be anything. In here it says whether in alternative engine power, a consumption reduction system, eco-construction, use of eco-friendly materials, etc., etc. And I would say, well done, Cannes Yacht Festival. It looked really good, and it was interesting to talk to them what they did. I saw a lot of boats also in design. I think they have more wood on there, and there was a lot about the engine and, of course, the way the boat was produced. So, yeah, it's interesting to read about it, and I think it's great to see they took responsibility in that way. It was a joy. Now, as you know, I'm a very, very softie as it goes for designers, and when I came into Yachting Festival, I came in the luxury department. There was a luxury gallery, and there were all kind of designers. I always love that. First of all, you come in there is a good airco, but also you see all these beautiful things. And I was amazed because right here, there were so many designs, luxury designs, with the weirdest, the most special, exclusive materials. And I talked to a lot of them, and I asked them, are you interested to be in one of our podcasts? You know, do you want to be in the magazines? And of course they were. Now what I'm going to do today is to invite them all to see if they can go to one of our podcasts. And I hope to tell you a little bit more about it in the podcast coming up. But let me give you some examples of this. First of all, one of the brands I really liked was the Madeira, and it's a collection in travel bags, of course in leather, but also oil treated teak. That's wood. So all the bags were partly wood on the outside. And first, when I saw it, I thought, wow, it's nice, you know, but maybe that's a little bit too much ego for me. Sometimes you have one of these products, I feel it's like over the top ego. For example, we have wooden bikes. I'm actually Dutch, and then you see wooden bikes. Too much for me, really. And I thought a little bit with the bags, but then I saw the collection, and it was amazing. I think also the talent to make and design these bags, it's so worth it to hear the story and also to go to the website. So I hope that they are going to be on board. Now, another one I really liked was Randy Milolicia Ficola. I know I probably say this wrong. She's from Italy, of course. And what's so special about it, she made tables with lava stone. And the colors were amazing, but also the material. I don't know what they did with it and how they get it, but it's so worth to see what they made. I think every design they had was one of a piece. So I really like to invite them as well. Now, I want to tell you one more, and that was really special, and it's called Beckett's Collection. To be honest, there was this guy, Charlie Martin. I talked to him, and his whole story was very interesting. It has so much history in it. But what he had there was a selection of Louis Vuitton, Goyard, or Hermes trunks and travel items. And I'm not talking about just a normal suitcase or trunk. It's all redesigned, and it's all made perfectly handmade with the beautiful, beautiful history that's in these trunks. You probably, if you see them, you know, sometimes you have these old movies and then you see this big trunk and you open that, and in there it's like a museum of its own. Even what's in the trunk is the museum of the own. You know, like these picnic baskets, not the ones you buy now, you know, all new. And no. The ones who they really used in the early 19th. And this guy could tell you all about it. I loved his story about Chanel. And he also told me that sometimes movies or movie sets contact him and ask him trunks to use in a movie. Now, I'm also going to contact him because that was such a great luxury product, and I'm so curious about his story. So, as you can see, the Cannes Yacht Festival is not only a boat show. It's, first of all, a day out, because, you have to realize that these big boats sometimes are stationed there a little bit off the shore. So you have to go to these boats to be on the sea and to go in there. And I actually took one of these small boats myself to see the big yacht in front of the yacht show in the yacht festival in the water. And I went there and I asked the guy, what kind of life do you have if you live on these boats and these yachts all year? And you can see this man was so happy about his lifestyle. And he said, yeah, we are there living and working in the middle of the sea. And it's amazing to do so. It feels so safe. It feels so peaceful. And once in a while we go to an harbor and then we do the shopping and we meet people. But for them, it was a way of living you've never seen. Now, I have to tell you, these boats are so big. I think it's bigger than most of the apartments we know. And it's so beautiful. So most of them had a pool on board. They had many rooms, and they are having terraces, different terraces to be there. They have a car, somebody parked on the boat. Just if they go to a harbor, they can just drive away. Now, I don't have to tell you how special this yacht show was. So I'm trying to give you an inside feeling about the yacht show on one side and the luxury gallery on the other side. So I hope to come back to you and get you some stories of these designers. Let them tell more about them, their products, their talents, and how you can get in touch with them yourself. So I really hope that you like this new podcast called European Life on the Road. And I will take you with me to the next event or to the next travel we do. And I really enjoy keeping you posted in the events around the world. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the podcast to come from our designers from Cannes Yacht Festival 2022. Thank you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.